Video is live. We have a special guest, Casey.
Well, let's not acknowledge him. He's busy.
Oh, well, we can't really see. We can't really see him. To be fair, he is technically camouflage, so we can't really see.
He's making art.
I'm making art, bro.
Yeah.
Episode 230.
Yes.
Love and Chokes podcast.
Hey.
Your boy, my beanie hatted sidekick Casey over here rolling up for us. Well, my man Anthony behind the switches back in CLE. Yes. We are here to bring you the podcast.
Yes.
What did you do, Anthony?
Not much. Watched a bunch of Animal Planet last night. It was pretty cool.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I do every day.
Like what kind of shit?
Well, see, I watched giraffes fight, then I watched gorillas fight, then I watched lions fight, then I watched lions lose fights against their prey, and then I'm trying to remember what else I watched. I think I watched some lizards and snakes, and that was about it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like real sober shit. Like, I bet you are sober as a judge.
Yeah, man. That's what you got. That's what you do every year. I do that every year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We will not speak of what I did last night. Now, Anthony.
Yes.
There's something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time.
Oh, okay.
And by wanting to talk about, that's not even the right thing to say. It's more accurate to say there's been something weighing on my heart for quite some time. And the smile on my face right now, the smile on my face is directly linked to a number. We talk about personal numerology a lot, right?
Yeah.
Where I make fun of the fact that, like, I had these odd superstitions about numbers. Well, I think we're about to add a new number to my shit. And that number, Anthony, that number is 172. Oh! Oh, it feels so nice to say that number. Say it. You just try to say it. Say that number.
172.
Didn't you feel anything?
No. No. What's going on?
Why do I feel so strongly? Why would a 3-digit number make me pop that hard?
I can only guess. I have a few guesses. One could be an event that you are a part of, as my first guess.
That's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
Good guess.
2 is, let's see, if you add 69 3 times, what does that get? No, it's not close. It's not close to that.
Not the best guess, but funny guess.
That's how much you weigh?
How dare you?
Hey, man, you can be getting big.
Son of a bitch.
Getting big.
Don't make me show you these obliques. I don't want to get anybody so wet they injure themselves. Like, you could fall off an object.
Hey, muscles heavier than fat. Muscles heavier.
I don't want to injure anyone
near
by showing these abs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone to get hurt. Anthony, 172 is the number that, like, is the threshold for marijuana that my roommate and student/athlete Jessica I popped for weed.
Oh.
Now, when we had our fight, there was an unfortunate case where her body didn't allow her to make weight as we planned, right? So we missed weight. After the fight, we are notified that she has tested positive for marijuana, but we don't really know exactly what that means.
Right.
Like, we don't know what that means. So they issue a temporary suspension, and they say they're going to test the B sample, right? Now, as far as we know, the threshold for what you can test positive for and be okay is 0 to 150, I think it's nanograms or some shit like that, right? So when we get the number we pop for is like 189, and we're like, oh God, like how did this even happen? Fuck. Maybe it's because we didn't make the weight. Maybe if we had lost more fat cells, then it wouldn't have tested as high. Like, whatever. We don't really know exactly what went wrong. We have ideas. We have theories. We're not in a panic state because Jess had a good poker face on this. She was like, hey, like, this is what's going on. They're gonna test the B sample. We're gonna see what's up. She was keeping it strong in the streets. Right. Meanwhile, I'm like, please don't fire my friend. Like, fingers are crossed, tighter than they've ever been crossed for anyone for any reason. I'm like, please do not fire my friend. Like, she missed weight. Now she tests positive for something stupid. Like, let's not get in trouble here. Then they're like, hey, there's actually a forgiveness threshold of 30 30 nanograms in either direction. So when they test the B sample, if it's under 180, no harm, no foul. You guys are good.
Yeah.
And the results came out. And the results came out right when the fact that the positive test happened went public.
Oh.
So it wasn't public. So I wasn't in a position to discuss these things. I just had to feel these feelings.
Right.
Right? We just had to have these anxieties. We didn't get to express any of this outside of our house. But inside the house, we were saying things like, hey, man, just say a prayer to the weed gods tonight. Like somebody say a little prayer. Jess was like, yo, did you pray? I was like, oh, I prayed to the weed gods. Like,
so silly.
And so then Casey tells me 172. I had just finished doing things that other people
Dream of doing.
would dream of doing. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say publicly. And after he said 172, I jumped away from whoever I was with, jumped on top of Casey, and started screaming. Like, I was so happy. 172 was the number that came back. We are all good. And so now, I think instead of like, I don't know, instead of like everyone being so attached to numbers like 420, now it's 710. You know about 710?
I don't know about 710. Educate me.
710 is like oils, dabs, distillates.
Upside down.
Right?
Okay.
We should do something for 172 as well. Because it's worth celebrating. We ain't in trouble, Daddy.
Yeah,
My
good.
friend Jess is safe.
Good.
His sister is safe. And so that was nice to know.
Hopefully.
Everyone else is still in danger.
Fuck yeah.
Hopefully that, you know.
Deep trouble.
that
Deep trouble they're in, but we are good.
Hopefully the oral testing comes out faster, so this doesn't. You don't have to worry about weed gods.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool if they shipped how they do the testing. That would be fantastic. But
Takes time.
yeah, it's nice to know that all went the right way.
Yeah.
Because that's not something you should be punished for. Like, if in all actuality, she should get like a medical exemption. She should be able to smoke a joint before we walk out there.
Yeah.
Like, she should be able to do that. Now, I don't think she would make that choice.
Right.
I don't think that's her preference. But if it were, I don't think it's inappropriate. Like, frankly, the only way you could say it's inappropriate was like if it was in a dressing room with other fighters who did not want that, right? Like, you'd have to be in an area where it's ventilated or outside. Like, that should be the fucking protocol. It's like, hey, you can't smoke that joint right next to them. They're allergic. You know, that should be the protocol.
They can't do that. That's fair.
That should be it. That should be the amount of involvement that they have in how much weed we're allowed to smoke and when.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Ba, ba, ba.
But yes, 172.
172 is a new date.
Full number. In fact, as a tribute, I'm going to go back. I'm going to listen to episode 172.
Ah. There you go.
The classics.
Everybody should do it.
You all should do the same.
As he dies. As he dies. He's dead. It's a curse.
I'm well. I'm very much alive. I'm well. I'm right as the mill.
I'm pretty much dead.
There you go. Behind the eyes. I can see it.
No, we can't die. We have to stay alive because this weekend is too important.
Yes.
It's important entertainment-wise. It's important matchup-wise, potentially, for us.
Mm-hmm.
When I say us, I'm using us like Jessica uses us.
Yeah.
Because when I'm like, yo, this is good for you, she'll be like, no, Darren.
It's
good for us. So when I say us, I mean Casey, Jess, and Darren.
Yes. Darren speaks in third person again.
That is the new us. That is the new us. So are you looking at the fight card yet?
Yes. You want me to look at the weigh-in results?
I mean, we can look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
But I really just wanted to talk about the card itself.
Okay.
So that the audience understands how the card impacts us. And then we can also discuss what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
All right. I got the card
Dude,
pulled up.
shout out to fucking Alexa Cameron from the fucking Contender Series. I mean, he is from my ex-team, but I will say this, man. I fucking watched that kid come up the same time I did. And he's in the UFC. He's undefeated. He's fucking, I think he's headlining the pre-prelims.
Well, wait.
205. 205, Stipe Miosic's training partner all the way through all of his. I think when he started, he was like 18, maybe 17.
Do you see him on the card yet?
Give me 1 second.
God damn it, Anthony!
I don't see it. Let's see. You said he said early prelims or prelim?
I'm sorry.
I think he's headlining the early.
What's his name? 5-0, you think? Alexa?
Yes.
Yeah. Light heavyweight. Yep.
Yep.
Well, good for him. Bully for this niggle. But the fight that has the most impact potentially on us, I think, is Maisie Barber and Roxanne Modafferi.
Yeah.
And
the future.
I can't imagine a world where Roxanne walks out with a win here. I think Maisie is a better athlete than she is and knows enough jiu-jitsu not to get caught.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's all you need to beat Roxanne. And I don't say that as an insult. I don't say that to be cunty. I'm not running her down. I actually have a lot of respect for her. I think that you could definitely count her among the pioneers in the female MMA game. But the athletes have picked up the skills that got her over. Right? So once the athletes have the skills of the non-athlete, that non-athlete is done.
It's over.
Your time is over.
It's over.
Right? Like there was a window of opportunity for you to be successful. It was right when the weight class began. When they started the UFC 125 female division, that run in Ultimate Fighter, if you didn't get the belt at the end of that fucking show, I'm sorry, you're never gonna get it. And it's not like I'm really not running her down. Like I have a lot of fucking respect for her. I see her in the PI and I acknowledge her. And she's one of the only women in the fucking division that I acknowledge eye to eye and say hello to. Because I just want to keep the others at a distance because I don't want them to think that I'm trying to be friends with them. Yes. Because I do plan out how to fuck them up badly. Right? I think about how we can injure them. Like that. So like it's not like we're fucking friends. But I do respect Roxanne because she's not a fucking athlete. You know, like because it's not easy for her. Because she gets punched in the face hard every time she fights and sometimes pulls it out, but I don't see it happening this time. I think Macy's gonna fuck her up. And if Maisie fucks her up, I think they're gonna put Maisie up against Jess.
Yeah, I do too.
And if they do that, I think that's a nice rocket ship for us.
Yep.
I think that's a nice rocket ship. The only one that could be better maybe is Paige Van Zandt. Like, I think punching either one of those girls in the face puts Jess right back in the title.
Yeah.
Like, right away.
I think either one of those fights is right where Jess wants it. I mean, fuck, man. If you want to give Jess a fight where she's excited for, either one of those. Either fucking one of those.
That's fair. That's a fair
But yeah,
assessment.
I can't see how Roxanne wins. But maybe that's exactly how she fucking wins. Maybe Maisie gets disrespectful, holding like over the top of her, doesn't use the hip to trap her, just bends over and tries to get her a couple three-piece, tries to piece her up, and then bam, arm lock. Yeah. Like that can happen. Yeah. But like without that kind of lack of judgment and technique usage in the moment, without that, I don't know, man. Like I feel like Maisie has to make a mistake like that, like trying to get the finish, sacrificing some form of control for the finish, while there's still a form of the guard, is the only way.
Right.
Is the only way she could lose.
Yeah. No decision. There's no decision win for Roxanne. Sorry.
Yeah, no decision.
No decision. Sorry, buddy.
I say, though, if it does happen, I say Roxanne catches her triangle in the third.
Ooh.
If it does happen, triangle.
Do we have betting shit on that?
Shit.
You want to see the odds?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We live in Vegas now. We have to discuss these
They're
things.
probably gnarly, honestly. Like, the odds on this card.
Not that I even fucking understand them.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know how much I could win.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Well, thank
so
you.
like,
we can see. We can see if we understand them. And then if you're watching and you understand the betting odds, you can comment in the chat and Anthony will be able to see it. Or you can DM Casey.
Yeah, we need to know these numbers.
If you fuck with Casey, you should.
And if you don't fuck with me,
I will slap the shit out you.
I'm trying to find the one
Redman.
Like.
That's the new Redman single.
Yeah, you heard the new Redman?
I've seen the title. I have not watched it yet.
You look like your cousin.
Dude, slap the shit out you.
I slap the shit out you.
Give me a second. I'm trying to find.
That was my best Redman right there.
I'm trying to find the one that gives me like the how much you bet, how much you win odds. Like they do it so easy.
Oh, they do it for the idiots like us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But guess they don't have
Like, if you have no business betting, here's how it works.
Oh,
They'll
there we
give us
go.
your money.
There we go.
Yeah. Hand it over.
Let's see. So, money line. So, plus. So, if you bet, it's to 290. So, who do you want? You want Roxanne?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give. I would put 500 on Roxanne.
Whoa, calm down.
500.
That's a car note.
She's a plus 600. She's a plus 600. So, I believe if you bet, and let me do this right, money line.
I think if you bet $100, you get 6.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, let's do that. So, yep, that is correct.
All right, so we kind of sort of understand that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so
Maisie.
But what
other people would describe that as a 6-1.
So well, what would you say? Like, say like you bet on Maisie and Maisie wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Let's see what her odds are.
what do you win? Nothing, right? You don't
No. You win something.
You win like a little bit of money. So if I put, so let's see, you win. So you probably win $10 if you bet on Maisie.
So if I put 100 on Maisie, I win $10.
I'm sorry, $11.
$11.
Yeah.
So it was 11%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a stock, you know.
It's a stock. Yeah. Like right.
It's like, you know, you keep investing in your fucking girl. You
Yeah.
invest in your girl, you get a 10% return, 11% return today.
Yeah.
It's not the worst,
Man.
but yeah, 600% return is sexier.
Yeah, that'd be way cooler.
Which is why betting is fucked up. Like, that's why betting fucked up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see like what your mind thinks and what your heart knows,
Yeah.
and then you'll be like, them odds are sexy though.
Yeah, let me just
Them
throw it
odds
down on
though.
that.
Them odds though.
Well,
Man, just because you got that ass doesn't mean you should talk to her.
Yeah.
if you want to, if you think you want to make an easy bet, you can do Conor McGregor versus and Anthony Pettis, and you get 303. If you do a parlay, if you want to get crazy.
You do a parlay?
Yeah, parlay.
I mean,
Isn't that shit when they about to kill you on the pirate ship and you say
all right, I
parlay?
did think about that.
Yeah.
So you guys
That
both
did come
watched
to my
Jack
mind.
Sparrow, yeah. You guys
I
watched,
ignored that thought. I was going to try to keep on task. But yes, I believe that is parlay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now, back to the betting gimmick. I think parlay is how a lot of people fuck their lives up, dog.
Or
Like-
win a lot of money. Or win a lot of money.
It's like, oh, let me just know. But then if this happens, it's like, man, like, there's a reason they give you these multipliers, you know?
Yeah,
It's because, like, it becomes increasingly unlikely that you're correct.
right. But if you put,
But if it happens.
yeah, if you do like,
Exactly.
if you do like a 5 bet
Sexiness of the
parlay
odds.
and do $10, it's like it's not, you just throwing away $10, but you could win a chance of getting like, you know, a G or two.
All right, see, I fuck with that.
Yeah. Like if I could put $10 down and like have a chance of losing $10 or making $2,000, like fuck yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's not a bad move.
Now, this is going to be the most accountable for picks we'll ever be.
All right.
And it's because I don't know if it's ESPN or if it's the UFC's production company.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's the UFC's production company.
I believe so as well.
But we're going to be watching the fight.
Mm.
They're coming over right before the prelims, and they're going to mic us, and then we're going to be seated and watch the fights as we're being watched and documented. So it'll be obvious if we fucking lie to you about our picks,
Yeah.
or if we switch them up at the last second.
It's like,
The world will know. It'll be the most accountable anyone's ever been.
I mean, not to be a cunt, but like, why don't you guys just tell them like to kick rocks? I mean, I guess you guys make money off of it, so I guess I can't say that. But I was like, you guys should just do your own like little fight show where you watch it and kind of talk about it yourself, because nobody's gonna see 95% of that content.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but you guys get paid way
So-
more.
So I think that this fight in particular,
Yeah,
because Conor's attached to it, there'll be clicks on just about every piece of content
Yeah.
right.
that occurs. In general, I think having a fight confirmed,
A true one.
a fight confirmed for copyright infringement might be a good idea.
Yeah,
For Jessica, period. Like, she has 100,000 followers. If a half of the percent, a half of a percent of her audience watched, she would dwarf what is our audience.
Yeah.
So, like, that's fantastic. Those metrics tell me that that's a winning thing. You know, like let's do that. But this time I say let the UFC run the show.
Yeah.
Let them show up and cut her a small check or a large check, whatever they've negotiated. Let them feed us. We require food.
Yes.
Oh,
We require drinks.
I thought of a dirty idea. Ooh. You should do it now. I should tell you off air, but you should involve other UFC fighters as well.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Even our podcast, like, there are people who have way more followers who are like, oh, you have a podcast? I'd be on your podcast.
Yeah.
It's like,
and I'm like,
why don't you have a podcast?
did you know that you're famous? And they're like, oh, no. Like, fucking cool. Do your fucking podcast. I'm like, well, no, sometimes we're just like talking at the phone. You know, like it's like, no, it's cool. I'll fucking do it. Like, all right, cool. Like,
what was that number you said to me earlier?
172.
172. Mr. Levy said the number of chicks you banged.
Whoa, sir, absolutely not.
I feel like that's low,
sir. These are rumors and lies. Like, for real. Like, these are rumors and actual lies.
I think Darren's still in the double digits.
I don't.
He's in the single digits.
Whoa.
We do not
discuss that things.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We do not discuss these things.
Fair.
Or do you keep up the number like how they keep the UFCs? Like, are you up to, what is it, 246?
The first couple, none of them mattered, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them were fight nights. Some of them were fight nights.
This is gonna be some fucking Jake and Logan Paul shit. You're about to have to answer some suicide questions. I'm like, kill myself in the air. You guys keep this shit up. They're like, oh man, you can't be showing suicides on fucking internet live.
Hey,
and it's like, well, you shouldn't be talking about where my dick goes. Because it drove me to suicide. I feel bullied as fuck right now.
Oh man.
Dude, I don't know why, but when you said that, that made me think of this meme I seen recently, and it was this like very large blonde white girl, and it was like her crying, and it was like when rib condoms don't taste like prime rib. Dude, I don't know why when you said that.
That's terrible.
Oh man.
That girl's gonna find herself an unattractive black man to not take care of her kids at some point, and then she'll be truly happy.
I thought you were gonna say she was gonna die by a condom. She was gonna choke on a condom and die, but that works too.
When she finds her Lorenzo, everything's gonna be just fucking fine. Yeah, she needs a Marquise. A fucking Daquan.
So silly.
When Daquan shows up, shoots up the club.
A motherfucking Tavante.
Tavante has a hammer too. He's
Yeah.
got an IQ of like 72 and a 14-inch super fertile cock.
Dreads. Dreads.
And he's just shooting out the dumb, just like blah, just dumb fucking children everywhere, and every stupid bitch that'll fuck them.
Dumb athlete kids. There you go.
I don't even know where that came from,
Dude.
That was an aggressive bit.
Deep within.
Well, let's back on track, gentlemen. So
Yeah, now back to UFC 246.
Yeah.
Back to the UFC.
Thank you for coming to our house tomorrow.
Yeah. Aren't you lucky that you get to associate yourselves with the likes of us?
Dude, I feel like that was almost as like a shocking moment as when John Cena changed his song. To the fucking, like everybody just, and then they like pause. Like they went crazy for a second. Like that's what it was.
Yes. That was my fucking.
Darren said 14-inch fertile dick. Everybody paused, and then he went off, and they're like, People in your car right now listening to the podcast. I'm sorry if you crash your vehicle, but this is not covered by the Love and Chugs podcast. You guys are on your own here.
You're on your own. You're responsible for what happens inside your vehicle.
Yes.
I'm trying to see this.
All right, so what's the first fight on the main card?
Oh,
Is it
also just news? Alex Grasso and Claudia Gadelha fight is scrapped.
No!
Yeah, because Alexa Grosso, I believe, went
5.5?
Yep.
She missed, and Claudia said, "Fuck her, I'm not fighting."
Hell yeah!
So I'll see you in March.
Oh shit!
See you in March.
Dude, you know Claudia got money. She got at force. She don't fucking care.
Claudia was like, yo, I made my weight. Can I get my show money?
Thank you.
All right.
Cool.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Let me get. It's like, yeah, cool.
By the way, I'm a super hot, muscular ass Minnie Mouse out here driving that white Porsche, getting his money.
Yeah,
Doing
convertible.
this shit.
There you go.
Dude,
There you go.
I might. All right, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a serious crush on Claudia.
Oh,
we can't discuss it because it's inappropriate. Like to discuss crushes on people that are completely unattainable, and by unattainable, I mean she's fucking gay. Like it's not like she's cooler than me. It's like she doesn't fuck dudes. Like,
so there's a chart.
It's disrespectful, I think, to like go crazy about a crush on a girl that's gay.
There's a chart for like Darren, if you can tell if he likes like certain chicks or not. It's like, all right, it goes on a list like girl, all right, now it's like body parts, all right, yes, no, okay, go into here. It's like, all right, is she gay? All right, Darren likes her, cool, yeah. It's like, can't have that. That's how it goes.
It's like, is there a height requirement? No. Is there a race requirement?
No.
Wait, no. Is there a fucking is there a weight requirement? No. Is she gay? Oh, he in. Like he in. He's already in.
Yeah, like, right.
That is shockingly accurate.
Yeah, it's just like pretty. It's like because it's like all the chicks that you talk about are like somehow 75% of them are gay. It's like, oh, okay, makes sense.
Stop telling the truth to everyone.
Sorry. All right, fight picks for real. So you want to start with the prelims? You want to start with the main card? What do you want to start with?
I want to go main card, man.
All right, bottom to top. Anthony Pettis, Carlos Diego Ferreira. Who you got?
Look.
Do you want to know the odds before you make your pick?
Hell yeah! Give us the odds. This is our new game.
Yeah. Right.
Our new game is pretending like we know what betting means.
So I'm guessing.
Start talking all crazy. I hope somebody's got a comment for me.
So. Minus 230 for Diego, plus 210 for Mr. Pettis. So that means if you bet 100, you get 210 for Pettis and $43 for Diego.
All right, first of all, get out of here.
I mean, I was going Pettis regardless. He's on a tear. I feel like he's like rejuvenated again. He's out there doing crazy shit.
I'm a huge Anthony Pettis mark. I'm going Anthony Pettis. I think I'll bet on him till the fucking wheels ride off. Like. Very similar to like how I felt about BJ Penn.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just ride with this dude.
Yeah.
I can't even explain to you why anymore. It's like, I mean, but I don't have to. That motherfucker shows up. You know, he throws the fuck down.
No, that's fair. All right, so that one's scrapped. So now Alexei Olegnetsky and Maurice Green. And all right, odds is that money line, give that money line. So he is the weird Russian is plus 110, and then the giant black dude is minus 130. So
so racist, Anthony. You can't say Russian and black dude.
Well, Russia's
it's 2020.
Russia's not a race,
Anthony.
So.
Yeah, but it is though, because they're a different kind of white. We know this.
Yeah, they don't know that though.
They're communists.
Bullshit.
They don't know. It's colder here. It's not that cold over there. You know, it's different.
I'm gonna go traditional. You know, I'm gonna
do what
my people have normally done and go with the black guy.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not even voting on that.
You're
one.
black.
Yeah, I guess.
Black guy. Exhibit B of Women Darren Likes. Raquel Pennington versus Holly Holm.
Stop! Oh my god! Why are you telling the truth to the world?
He's like, I don't know. Holly's good, but man, Raquel gonna whoop that ass.
I mean,
man.
is she a lesbian?
Is
she a lesbian?
Sad part. What?
Is Raquel a lesbian?
Yeah, she's in a serious relationship.
There you go.
They're married essentially. I think they might be married.
Yeah.
They have puppies and like life and like they're together. There
you go.
They're not just hanging out. Like they have a puppy family.
Yeah. So Holly Holm minus.
And yeah, I have a fucking crush on Raquel Pennington too.
Yes.
All right. So it's consistent.
Yeah.
So now everybody, all right. Now here's the sucks. I think Holly's gonna win.
Smash her.
I don't know about smash.
Oh, Holly's gonna kick her right in
the
the face.
only reason I think it's gonna be. All right. I think it's gonna be hard for me to watch. I think Holly's gonna hit her a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I think Raquel is very, very tough.
Nice.
And very game. And she does have a high skill level, but I think there's a gap in the striking that's gonna manifest itself, and like her toughness is gonna make it a hard fight to watch. Like the fact that she can fucking take it is gonna make me cry. That's what I think's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna cry, and I think Holly Holm is gonna win.
This is the second closest fight to even money, so it's
Good.
Holly Holm 80, Raquel.
I think the world of Raquel. I think Holly is gonna. I think Holly's gonna put it on her.
Yeah, I'm a Raquel fan for sure, like huge Raquel fan. But like, man, Holly's just like she's just always. I feel like she's always gonna be a #1 contender. I don't think she ever has the ability to like win the big one. But I mean,
she's won the big one.
She won
the biggest one.
Yeah, she did. It's
true. You son of a bitch.
It's true. But like, again, you know what I mean? Like, she can't do it again. I think she'll be a #1 contender.
You can't do that twice.
Yeah, you can't do it twice. But you never know.
Sometimes you can do it twice.
I'm trying to start controversies. Like I said, comments.
When Amanda Nunes gets pregnant, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we got next. The top of the heap is Conor McGregor, Don Cerrone. We already know what Darren's going to say. So Casey,
so I want nothing more in the world. Honestly, this is honest to honest to God true. For Donald Cowboy Cerrone to whoop that ass, but I know Conor's gonna win. Like, he's just better than I feel like everybody. Like, yes, he's lost to fucking Khabib. Yes, he lost to Diaz. Like, he's lost before. Yes, but when he has time to prepare and he's got everything in the world fucking behind him, I mean, how are you gonna beat that guy? Did you see him when he fucking double pumped on the scale?
He's just like,
he's a monster.
Jacked.
He's a fucking monster. And, like, I'm not saying Donald isn't, and I'm not saying Donald isn't tough as fuck, but I don't think Donald's face can hold up to some of the shit that he's going to get hit with.
All right.
Donald Cerrone doesn't have a DJ.
Yeah.
When you train and you're like, yo, DJ, hit my shit.
Yeah.
And that happens in real life, we ain't losing, dog.
Yeah.
It's not even a question. Conor by KO, first round KO.
All right.
Conor by first round KO. And then he gets on the mic and he's like, I would like to be humble to Donald to this, Donald, puts Donald Cerrone over. Right? And then he fucking buries somebody. Then he chooses somebody and fucking buries them.
Masvidal.
And it's like, it might be Masvidal,
Gaethje.
it might be Khabib, or it might be Uncle Justin.
Uncle Justin.
Those are the three guys who might catch the next fucking lick. And all three of those guys are as capable of beating Conor as he's capable of beating them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which makes it super interesting. The least of his, I think the least of his worries would be Mr. Gaethje. Mr. Gaethje is hittable, has bigger movements. Like, I think he'd be easier for Conor to beat. Those other two fights are complicated.
I don't know. I think the hardest fight for him is Masvidal.
I agree. I don't even like the Masvidal fight. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, dude. Because I don't care what anybody says. Like, I just feel like Masvidal is just like nobody should fight him.
Or make Masvidal make 55.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. Make him make 55.
Drain him.
Yes, but what if he makes 55 easy as fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what if that happens? And then it's just now we have super fucking Super Saiyan fucking Masvidal, fucking Street Jesus
versus
Super Saiyan 3. Like, what are you gonna do against that?
With left hand.
Fuck.
He has not felt the power of the left.
This is all I have to say. I think everybody's giving Justin Gaethje the discounting him just a tad bit. I think he might just eat that left like, what it do, kid? I'm gonna keep going. When you eat those lefts and you just look at Conor
yeah, but
loses.
didn't he get knocked out by Dustin Poirier?
He did. I will say that.
Yeah,
I will say that. But he'll keep. But it's gonna take a couple of those lefts for him to happen. And once you take a few lefts and you look at Conor in the face, Conor gets like, "Whoa, hey man, you shouldn't be taking. This is a big hand right here. You shouldn't be able to handle this." Like, that's how it looks in Conor's mind. So I mean, like, if you take a couple of those and absorb them, it's like, "What's up?" The Terminator.
Can you imagine a world where I develop power?
I saw a video of it.
Did you?
I did. We were moving around backwards and forwards.
Ooh, side to side is the one you gotta watch out for.
Quick.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I mean, now sure, it was in fast forward.
Lomachenko. I see you. He circles. Lomachenko. Hey, man.
No, only the basics. Only the basics. Yeah. I think
this has got the fucking Darren Branch curve a little bit, dude.
wait, sir. Wait.
What did you do to this, bro?
The Darren Branch curve.
All right.
This is
That's more accurate than I want it to be.
What?
Next up.
I don't even know if I want to smoke this thing now.
Yeah, now it's weird. Put it in your mouth.
All right.
Go ahead.
That was weird. Put it in your
I'm gonna
mouth.
light it off far
It's like
away.
you said it. You said it yourself.
It's not like a replica, but I mean,
So, hey man,
I've seen less accurate drawings before.
let's see. So, wow.
Dude, I think the whole purpose of this podcast episode is to make my face turn purple and explode. My cheeks are sore. I feel like I'm black man blushing right now.
There you
Dude,
go.
he was blushing last night. Like, I legitimately seen a reddish hue.
Jesus.
Dude, it was ridiculous.
He was just so happy.
Because
Dude.
they were talking all crazy in front of the young one.
I've been burying people.
Okay.
I've been getting buried out here.
Good.
It's good to make fun of people, you know?
It's, dude, it might be, like, the best.
Let's see. Oh.
All right, so
Verdum. He was suspended. Supposedly, he was supposed to be suspended for 2 years, but now
slow down. Fabricio Verdum,
Fabricio Verdum.
heavyweight fighter.
Yes.
Fabricio, currently signed as a UFC fighter, yes?
Yes, currently. He
was under a 2-year suspension.
Yes.
What did he pop for?
He popped positive for steroids in 2018. What kind of steroids exactly? Let's find out.
Good one.
Turinabol, I'm guessing, or
Guy threw in a ball.
yeah.
What does that do?
Makes
Tremendous balls?
makes you jacked.
Yeah, makes you fucking jacked. Okay, so
And
he had
so
a 2-year suspension, and what did he do about it?
so the USADA has a contract where if you, what is it called? If you either inform on something that will lead to another bust, or
If you rat,
rat, and what's
if you're a fucking snitch, if you rat,
yeah,
they will reduce your suspension.
hey, Jon Jones did it.
And it's not a dumb policy for them to have. They should have that policy.
Right.
And depending on what they're willing to fucking give you, maybe it's something you should be open-minded to. So it's like, all right, if we are all dealing weed and you give me the weed and I get pinched and they're like, who gave you the weed? And I'm like, Casey gave me the weed. I think I'm a cunt. Because I have an idea that they're going to come and arrest Casey. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know what's going to happen to Casey to a degree. With the USADA thing, it's like, if you say like, oh, this is how I administer this. This is how I went about. Like, there's a chance that like just by giving them information about process, you might be able to reduce your shit.
Right.
Like it's because it's all legalese the way these motherfuckers talk and write. You know.
I agree.
I don't know exactly what you have to do. If you don't have to point the finger at somebody and get someone in trouble, and you can tell them a story and get your sentence reduced, I would say you should tell them that fucking story.
But
If you gotta put your fucking neighbor in jail to reduce your sentence in half, I think you just take your fucking time.
and then here's the thing, is that it's not just a one-time thing. You have to reoccurringly do that.
What do you mean?
Like when Jon Jones first, when it happened to Jon Jones.
It's like a snitch program?
Yeah, it's not like you're just there. It's like you're a part of it. Like you're like that's what they're saying. It's like Jon Jones can't just supply us one thing. He's gonna keep giving us more stuff.
Well, but what if you don't know any more stuff?
Then hey man, I guess we'll add the math up. We'll see, huh? He didn't hit the high score, so I guess
They can't guarantee that you're like some master informant, that you're some super sleuth. Plus, everybody fucking knows that you're a rat now, right? Like that Jon Jones shit's public. So
Right.
you know that like Jon Jones or allegedly has to go back in front of these fucking people and do a fucking confessional in front of the priest and fucking rat you out. Like if I blow a line of coke in front of Jon Jones and then you saw it as like, hey, like you got any information? And you're like, well, Darren Branch blows coke. like then I'm not doing that in front of Jon Jones, right? Like,
no, I agree, but that's and that might not be for everybody.
I'm saying, how do they know you're in a position to do that? To
I don't know.
continue to give them information?
You gotta say something to them like, hey man, I got some knowledge, got some paper. Jon Jones came in with that stack of
Did he
paper.
turn
Like,
into Bones the Bounty Hunter, dude? He's just out here running the streets with a fucking mullet and some fucking feathers.
I think you give them that one gimmick, they give you the sentence, and they say, hey man, we may call upon you again.
Maybe.
But there's no way they can really hold you accountable for, like, we need continuing information. Like, we need, hey, you get out there and you find out what else is going on, Batman. Like, you fucking go out there and you find out.
Yeah, I feel like that's their cover-up thing. They're like, yeah, so we told him he's going to fucking tell us some more shit. But realistically, he slid him some money. Like, here, keep your fucking mouth shut, publish whatever you want, and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But we're only speculating.
There you go.
His sentence was reduced from 2 years to what? How many?
8 months, I believe. No, 10 months. 10
8?
Months. 10.
10 months.
Yeah.
I mean, at his age, it's worth it.
I agree.
At his age, it's worth it. Yeah, because honestly, no one's gonna fucking. How many people actually remember that Jon Jones is a rat? Very few.
No, 0.
True.
Negative numbers.
So, no one's gonna give a fuck. They're gonna be, oh, Super Pursue's back.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Casey brought up something off air. There's a UK fighter who got busted for selling heroin in the UK, right?
Yes.
This motherfucker back.
Paul Kelly.
This motherfucker back, and more power to him.
Yeah.
But like when the fucking history books are written, the only one that's gonna mention his fucking stint in jail will be his version of the story. No one else is gonna fucking remember that shit. It's gonna be like, his record was this. He fought in this UFC and that UFC, and apparently there was a gap here. That's it. No one's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like 12-5 or something as well. Like,
And that nigga sold heroin.
Yes.
So like, no one's gonna give a Frenchman's fuck that Purdue ratted on like his fucking smack dealer or whoever gave him the fucking test.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's gonna care.
Fair enough. And then
So for once, good for ratting.
yeah.
You know, you're not gonna put anyone in fucking prison. You're gonna put somebody in a detention. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get a note from like the
Time
fucking
out.
principal that sent home to their mom and be like, Johnny also misbehaved. Yeah, it's like, like,
somebody told us you're doing this. If you show up here, you
Meanwhile,
only are going to be away for this.
How old is he right now?
Give me a second.
100.
Purdue.
Meanwhile, it's gonna be like he's 38.
Right.
It's gonna be my age.
Yeah.
Let's see. 42.
42.
All right.
Yeah, so you don't have 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to get in the fucking game now.
Yeah.
In like 10 months, you can fight through that. You can make that work.
But where though? Who's going to fight him? Who do you think would fight him? I mean, probably somebody. You know?
Anybody.
Yeah.
He's in the goddamn UFC at heavyweight. Anyway, I'll take that fight. It's great.
All right.
What else is crack-a-lacking in the streets?
Robert Whittaker had to pull out of his Jared Cannonier fight at the UFC
No.
248.
I did see that this was news, and I thought that it was worded in a unique way. Can you find like the official release from the UFC? They put out an official post on Instagram with the new fight in it.
Yeah.
Because I think their wording was interesting. I believe it refers to personal issues.
Yes. I don't know. Gotta go on UFC Instagram, I guess. UFC Instagram.
That was nice of her, but it's too late.
Cancel. Keep going.
It's a nice shirt, though.
Keep going. Too much Conor stuff. A lot of Conor stuff.
All this Conor shit.
God damn you. That's so annoying. Let me look. Alright. I can't find it. It's taking too long.
That's good, because I forgot what I asked you to look up. Tell me what I asked you.
You said you want me to look up what the UFC's post was about, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, it should be on Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, like it's a long way to get to what Robert Whittaker was about. If it's
All right,
Conor
respect.
yeah.
You're right. I believe it referred to personal issues.
Right.
It didn't list an injury. It didn't say he is out due to like an ACL tear or any shit like that. And it's hard to know what those things are. It could be fucking anything. And so I don't want to put anything on Robert, right?
Right.
So I'm not speculating on what is wrong with Robert. What I will say is I hate this kind of press release because it allows for far too much speculation. It would have been better if they had just said, this fight isn't going on and just moved on.
Right.
Like when you say due to personal issues, you know the things that come to mind are, to me, the first thing that I think is addiction. The first thing I think when someone says personal issues, I think you're in rehab. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Now, it's not that it's what I think about Robert Whittaker, right? I know nothing about Robert Whittaker. I know nothing about his history or his fucking habits. I know nothing about him. But when someone says, I can't show up and it's due to a personal issue, I'm like, either you're being incarcerated or you're being incarcerated like because of your own will. Like you're going to rehab for something.
Right.
The other thing that I think of is death. Some people have someone die near them and then they fucking need to tune out for a while.
Yeah.
You know, like their father dies or their mother dies and it's like, well, I can't come to work due to personal issues. And when someone that close to you dies, the general culture seems to give you some kind of time, right? And I think the UFC is no different than that. If anything, it's hypersensitive to things like that and would give you time if something like that had happened. But again, because of this kind of a press release, and I'm going to call it irresponsible, because of an irresponsible press release, people are left to do this, to speculate on what might be wrong with Robert Whittaker, which then makes people who are so inclined to kind of pry into people and like look into their shit and like bother people that know them. They're more apt to do that because they want to find out what the personal issues are. Because now it's a news story. What is Robert Whittaker's personal issue? So I hate that press release, and I hope he's doing well.
Yes. I hope so too. All right. On to the weird news.
Ooh.
So,
Let's get it weird.
So we have a couple. We have three. So we have one. I'll give you the sexual, since this goes so well with all our topics we've been talking about today.
Yeah.
Wife strangulates husband's penis with a DIY chastity belt to stop him cheating. I wish I could show you a picture.
Oh, no.
I wish I could show
All
you.
right, first of all, chastity belts only work for, like, fun. For, like, people who are into it. You can't put an actual chastity belt on a human being in modern times without someone going to prison.
Right.
You can't do that. Like, it's like, who the fuck are these people who think that, like, there aren't real life consequences for the crazy shit they do? Like, you can't, like, just like you can't put a person in, I can't lock you in a room against your will. Like, if you and I are in an argument right now, right?
Yeah.
And you say some shit that I fucking disagree with, and I push you into my laundry room and lock the door. I've committed a crime called kidnapping, and I can go to jail. I probably also committed assault and battery as I did that shit.
Shove me in.
I'm going to go to prison. If you take my dick and incarcerate it, you've committed a crime. You know, you've committed a crime. Now, if that's what you guys both like to do on a Friday night when the fucking kids go to sleep, I say all the power to you. You know, I'll give you a couple links to a couple websites with some really nice chastity belts that I think are cool looking, and like we can discuss it. But you can't you can't just do that because you think hubby might cheat on you.
Yes. So would you like to hear how the story went?
Sure.
All right. One morning, the husband wakes up. Ah! It's like a metal nut screwed on by his wife as he slept. He tried in vain to remove it himself before calling for an ambulance, which took him to a hospital in the city of some place in Ukraine. But even then, the chastity nut was too tough.
It was either Florida or Ukraine.
Yeah, one of those two places. The chastity nut was too tough to crack for doctors, so a specialist team of rescuers were brought in. They used a circular saw to slice it into.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I was like, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, dude.
Yeah. So sparks started flying, and then was it like they had to like heat it up, then like cool it down. And then the thing is that this dude does not want to press charges against his wife. He doesn't want to. He's not going to press charges.
Oh, he's that guy.
But he's thinking about getting a divorce though.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a divorce. So
maybe she actually is crazy. My brother was right.
Maybe
she's fucking crazy.
Maybe. Who knows? So there's that.
He was misunderstood,
dude. Maybe she didn't like the fucking Adidas tracksuit. She's probably pissed.
She was tired of tracksuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was tired of the tracksuit.
You only wear that tracksuit when you come home smelling like other people's pussy. I know where you're going. She fucking locked him down.
While he was asleep. So.
Holy shit. Number 2.
Next one is a tweet gave a journalist a seizure. His case brings a new meaning to the idea of online assault.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
I cannot give you a seizure.
Yes, you can. Technically, you can.
All right, wait. If let me guess. Since your finger went up so quick.
Yeah.
I already know what happened. I feel like I know the story already.
I'm gonna guess that someone sent either a DM or a reply that consisted or that contained like a flashy epileptic type style triggering gimmick to someone who has epilepsy.
Yeah.
And if that is what happened, then yes.
Yeah.
I guess you could. Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, fuck! That is the most diabolical shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
How dare you?
What if it was like your brother? Like he has epilepsy, and you're like, ha 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 ha. Like,
that's what. Yeah. So that's been like a trend lately on the internet where people have been like, if like this guy happened to make like a inflammatory tweet about Trump, so people have been going out of their way to sending this guy like specifically like tweets that will cause him to go into epileptic shock, and like he would have died if his wife wasn't there. So thank God.
Dude, people are deeply troubled.
Yeah.
Like the world is fucked.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you guys because I told you already. Like I'm gonna kill myself during this episode. So the rest of you guys, as you continue through this life and this day, I feel sorry for y'all that you live in this world.
Yeah. See, Iron Man's dead. We're all fucked.
Exactly.
This is horrible.
You were saying?
So basically. So.
Darren, that's not funny.
So this is how it was. So the guy who initially sent the tweet to these journalists, we'll call the journalist Jake, and the other guy Billy. The guy who sent the tweet was Billy. Billy started DMing his other buddies who hate that journalist too. Was like, I hope this sends him into a seizure. Let's see if he dies. I know he has epilepsy. And then like they like subpoenaed the tweets and they reviewed them in court and they're like, yeah, this dude, goes to jail. So
dude,
basically,
you thought you were funny. You're like, I'm the biggest troll. I'm going to give this motherfucker a seizure. It's like, no, what you're going to do is give yourself a ruptured butthole.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. You're going to get opened up. You're going to get skewered. It's all because you are so fucking clever. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Special guy 29, whoever the fuck you are.
Special guy.
And the last one, which I wish I could
third.
I wish I could show it to you guys, but I can't for some reason. My computer's not letting me display stuff. But it is a puppy that was born lime green, and they call him the Hulk.
What kind of puppy?
Let's see. I don't know. A white shepherd. I guess a white shepherd. I don't know.
I will have to look this up. The Hulk.
The Hulk,
Hulk.
Well, may the Hulk live.
Yeah, it was just some.
May the Hulk prosper.
Yeah.
May the Hulk create other green puppies.
It's not gonna last forever though, but because it was just like the dog's stomach, some of the stomach acids got onto the puppy.
Oh, I see him now.
Yes.
Looks like a highlighter.
Yeah. Lime green, the Hulk.
I mean, Hulk is a cute name. I would have gone with highlighter.
Yeah.
He looks more like a highlighter than he does the Hulk. The Hulk is more of a Kermit green.
Or glow stick.
Glow stick.
Ooh.
Yeah, glow
like
stick.
the fucking gimmicks that they fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows what
They're
glow
on
sticks
MDMA
are.
and shit.
Yeah, everybody knows what glow sticks are.
You know the kids?
Yeah.
When the kids do drugs,
Darren, you
they
are
move in
super
circular
old.
patterns.
You are super
And
old.
they always kick their heels out from underneath them while they're
Yeah.
dancing.
They
It's
can
real
use
weird.
a puppy now. They can get a puppy and like.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's all I got.
You're like,
Okay.
all right. That's what he
That's
said.
it.
He said, "Get a puppy," and fucking spin it around like.
And that's the weird
that's animal
news.
abuse.
said
We've
it.
talked about a lot of things today.
Yeah.
Apparently, Darren is an advocate for abusing puppies.
There you go.
It's not true.
No.
Not true. I only want the best for puppies, especially Hulk.
Cats.
Anthony?
He wants to drown them. Yes.
It's been a lovely episode.
It has been.
Good to see you. Good to chat with you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that you know about the disillusion of the trinity of things that I was supposed to accomplish.
Hey man, good job.
Soon I might even fuck with the family puzzle.
No.
This is goodbye
no!
for real. Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.
See ya.
Peace.